What's up, guys? This is Mike Loris, going to be casting round 2 of the Balt Cup 3. This is going to be between Frankie Valley and the Four Seasons. Again, we're going to be following these guys. Coincidentally, I would have rather looked at some of the other teams, but what are you going to do? And on the other end, we have Ogre Powered, who are going to snatch out the Darkseer as well as the Lich. Razor, I think, was unchanged from the last patch. Darkseer got a little bit of a nerf. Lich, though, got a pretty large change. You now get EXP when you convert things, so you could eat your own creeps and get EXP from that, which is pretty sweet. Especially for the first couple of waves, you're going to be guaranteed a fast level 2 just by eating your own guys, and that's pretty cool. It's health points into mana. Oh wait, oh, I thought for some reason they changed it to give you health. I was reading this, I'm like, it gives you health now? No, it didn't. It doesn't. I'm crazy. Alright, so Lich is definitely a weird hero in that case, in the sense that he could eat his own creeps and benefit from them. So it's not going to be a full deny, since the EXP is now going to be split normally, but he's kind of included in that split pot pool, if that makes any sense. Which probably doesn't, but yeah, Lich is guaranteed some experience that way, which makes him a weird hero as far as lane interactions go. Just being able to get free levels off of your own creeps is something that no other hero has. And, well, that means he's going to get to his level 6 a lot faster. I think he's still going to be played primarily as a supporter, just because it's a good change, I guess. But yeah, getting more EXP into your allies I feel like would be good, and putting a solo lane Lich, although it is sometimes situational, if a Chain Frost early on can be devastating, I don't think it's really powerful enough to warrant putting a Lich into his own lane. So we're most likely going to see Lich partnered up with some other hero. Round 2 of bans coming out. The first round of bans looked pretty normal. I mean, Naga Siren's still a threat, OD, still a pain in the ass. Now we have Lifestealer as well as a Mag ban from the Radiant side over here, as well as Batrider, who got hit very hard with the 0.79 patch, but regardless, still, once he gets his Blink Dagger, he will be able to blink right on top of you, then start the dragging, and that is not fun no matter who you are or what patch you are in. So Frankie Valley and the Four Seasons going to look to target some of the mid lane heroes that I don't think that would give Razor a lot of trouble. Bat is actually a hero that would give Razor some trouble, so it's good that they actually managed to ban that one out. But Razor in the mid lane should be pretty safe there, unless maybe a Lich in the mid lane. I don't know how well that would work. I haven't casted a lot of 0.79 just yet. I haven't really watched that many casts either, so I haven't really seen much Lich being played, although it does seem like with that new change could add a little bit of value to the team, a little bit more value to the team rather. But we'll see how they actually want to lane this. The secondary ban out from the Ogre Powered side is going to be that Alchemist. So really, they're looking to shut down the carries for FVFS, and on the other side, FVFS looking to shut down a little bit more of the lane controllers. Some of the big team fight initiators with the Blink Skewer, Blink RP, or Blink Lasso. They really want to have the fight fought on their own terms, and we'll see if that could actually work, because so far Ogre Powered are setting themselves up for some pretty good amount of team fight. They don't really have great initiation yet, maybe something like a clockwork to start the fights. But once that happens, you have the vacuum, you have the wall. Even though the vacuum is nerfed, it's not a big deal. And then on top of that, you have the Chain Frost, and everyone loves Chain Frost except for the enemy team. We'll see where they want to go with this, though. There's, only 2 picks. I would expect they would want someone who could benefit off of the slow of the Lich. Maybe a Gyrocopter would be nice. Did I fix the thing? I did fix the thing. Okay, good. Maybe a Gyrocopter would be nice to get that extra jump of experience. Just saying, guys. I'm just saying. I am literally always right about these things. I'm literally never wrong. Gyrocopter is, in fact, the pickup for Ogre Powered, because he will benefit from the early experience. He will be able to control the lane, and Lich Gyrocopter is a decent lane combination. You get a lot of burst from the Frost Blast, and then you get a lot more burst coming out from the Rocket Barrage. And then extra levels on the Gyrocopter he's a hero that, as far as carries go, appreciates a couple of levels here and there, because Rocket Barrage is very good. Hell, even if you could get an early point in Missile, that would be fantastic. It's a pretty crappy spell overall, but hey, it's a stun, and a stun is a stun, right? FVFS going to go for the Warlock as their third pickup. Kind of a weird pickup. Usually we do see Warlocks go to the solo mid lane. Warlock is, I would say, a subpar support hero. He's decent. He can make things happen from time to time. and that Fatal Bonds is always going to be annoying, just as like a poking harassment tool. But generally, you want him in the mid lane just so he can get that Chaotic Offering earlier. And the earlier you get that Golem, the more damage it does compared to how tanky the enemies are, which means that you get more value out of it. Enigma is going to be the response pick from the Ogre powered side, so it looks like they are going to go full on into that team fight composition with the Lich, Gyrocopter, and Enigma ultimates all being devastating, and then you have, of course, the Darkseer ultimate and the Vacuum on top of that. It's going to be very difficult for the other side to deal with that, although their team fight is not too bad either. Bane doesn't really contribute much in a huge clash, although he will be able to shut down the Gyrocopter, provided he doesn't get hit with the Black Hole. Razor's some pretty good AoE damage, but it's really the Warlock as well as the Elder Titan together. Just huge AoE damage. The Warlock by himself could do huge AoE damage. The Elder Titan by himself could do huge AoE damage. Both of them together with the Natural Order pumping up the Warlock Golem. Oh god, that's devastating. I guess the HP removal doesn't get amplified by Natural Order, which is... No, it kind of does. It really does, because they're taking more damage, which means more HP removal. So, yeah, it's a lot of damage, a lot of synergy between those two in a team fight. And Warlock is pretty good setup after... He's going to have some pretty good setup from the Elder Titan with a Stomp if he decides to go for that route. And even if he doesn't, it's kind of hard to miss Chaotic Offering. Like, if you miss that spell, then lag. You blame lag. You should be like, oops, lag, sorry guys. And then everyone's like, oh, that wasn't lag, you liar. But you're fine with that excuse. You're fine with it. But I want to see how FVFS actually decide to lane this. The Ogre powered side are missing a mid lane hero, which is something that, wow, FVFS predicted pretty well with banning out that mag. And wow, Death Prophet. It's going to be the last pickup. Not necessarily a huge team fight hero, but still, she's a hero that could certainly lay the beat down. The Exorcism did get buffed with, I just believe, raw damage. Spirit damage got increased. I think we might have a couple more spirits. I'm not too sure on the numbers of that, but it definitely did get buffed, so it does more damage now overall. And that will give them the Ogre powered side, that is, an element of pushing. I mean, they have the Exorcism from the Death Prophet, which demolishes towers. They have the demonic conversions, which I learned recently is pronounced Eidolon. I don't know how reliably I can say that. I'm probably just going to keep saying Eidolon, but it is technically pronounced Eidolon. It's like some Greek mythology thing. So that's how you do it. And that could actually demolish some towers. FVFS, though, have some pretty good counter pushing, so I'm not too sure how reliable that is going to be. But it doesn't really matter, because there is a lot of team fight on the Ogre powered side. And if they get the team fight to connect, if everything goes well in that team fight, then FVFS are just going to melt. But if FVFS have an opportunity to kind of find a little bit of a gap, to exploit that, to drop a Chaotic Offering within the midst of a chain stun, because still the initiation from the Ogre powered side is fairly weak, then Chaotic Offering, then Earth Splitter is going to be absolutely devastating. But let's go over who's going to be playing what before we get into any more of that. We have next level shit playing that Gyrocopter. On the Dire side, Foxy is going to be playing the Lich, already opening up with the Sacrifice, not really surprising. Heavy Duty Burrito is on the Enigma, looks like he's going to be jungling. RRJ is on the mid lane Death Prophet, going for as fast a bottle as he possibly can. And Hooked and Dead is going to be on the Darkseer. On the FVFS side, we have Psycho once again playing the support role as the Warlock. King Banana of Potassium also on that support role, this time on the Bane. We have Moose on the hard carry once again, playing the Anti-Mage. Mid lane, it's going to be Razor, second game in a row. And Fruity Bat is going to be that off-lane Elder Titan. He's going to be up against 3 heroes, and well, now we can see the magic of the Lich. Here we go. Sacrifice, 1. Wow, Heavy Duty Burrito is going to get 1. Some experience to everyone else. And all of a sudden, there's no experience in this lane for Elder Titan. I kind of forgot about the interaction of Enigma with the Eidolons, and then Lich with the Dark Sacrifice? Dark Sacrifice? Just Sacrifice. Dark Pact. No, that's Death Pact. Is Dark Pact... Is that the skill in Warcraft 3? I don't know. I'm just confusing myself. King Banana Potassium, though, finding a double damage unit and poking the Darkseer pretty badly. Darkseer isn't really going to get much done in this lane, aside from, poke a little bit at the Anti-Mage and push out the lane a little bit. But I think Darkseer should get a little bit more than the Elder Titan, although Elder Titan already halfway to level 2. Isn't really going to get much from this lane, just because Fox is going to constantly be denying those creeps, and he can deny one right now if he wants to, get a little bit more experience to the Gyrocopter, a little bit more experience to himself, while the Elder Titan is out of range. But I don't really see much action happening on these lanes. Elder Titan should keep himself relatively safe, and the bot lane should be kind of similar as well. Hooked and Dead is really not getting much in this lane. King Banana Potassium literally not even moving, just standing there and preventing the Darkseer from getting close at all. So because of that, I expect the most action will be on the, well, disconnected party. There we go. You kind of need to have your guys farm. You kind of need that. But yeah, I expect the most action should be on the Razor versus Death Prophet lane, just because it is a 1v1 and Razor can be fairly aggressive versus Death Prophet. 5 for 2 so far. Death Prophet is leading over the Razor, although Razor really hits a stride once he gets 2 or 3 points in the static link. That's when he really just demolishes people in the lane. Death Prophet already does have a bottle, it looks like, coming out to her. Yes. And, oh no, that's not hers. That's Heavy Duty Burritos. Enigma. Gonna go for a fast soul ring. But, yeah. So, we have this going on in the mid lane. Crypt Swarm, Witchcraft. Just gonna be standard leveling until level 6, where the Razor should have his tower pressured a little bit from that Exorcism, although probably not level 6. Probably more level 7, level 8, when you get a little bit more Witchcraft to go along with that Exorcism. It should just be damage trades so far. Do we need to restart? I really hope not. Yeah, just play it. Be a man and play it. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so we do have a bottle on the Death Prophet side. Looks like Razor either not going for his, can't afford it, or isn't planning on it. So either way, there's no bottle on his end. This will give the Death Prophet ability to access these runes, which is the first one. Will spawn very shortly. It will be a haste rune on the top side. And it looks like the Razor does know about it. Death Prophet's going to follow and confirm that the Razor does have that rune. But unfortunately, for the Death Prophet, that's going to be the first rune not going to her. And the haste rune with Razor is pretty damn deadly. Static Link is going to drain very quickly and it won't break, guaranteed. But he's actually gone for 2 points of Plasma Field. Doesn't want to fall behind in the HP nuke battle, which is quite understandable, I'd say. Fruit Bat actually getting himself to level 3, whereas Hooked and Dead still with absolutely 0. Big old goose egg on that amount of experience that he has. So he's not getting anything. I would say that Darkseer does have an opportunity to now go into the jungle and try to recoup that way. Elder Titan doesn't really have that luxury. He's kind of forced to stay in the lane, although he's actually doing not too bad. He only has 5 creep kills, which is not, it's not, it's okay. He has 5. It's much better than the Darkseer at least. It's pretty bad actually having a much better time than the Darkseer is right now. I think it's about time for the Darkseer to leave. Him being on this bottom lane ensures that Banana as well as Psycho have to stick around and they can't actually roam, but even if they do roam, is that so dangerous? Because you have a Bane moving around, which is, it's dangerous. Nightmare combined with Static Link is certainly devastating. But Warlock roaming around, it's really not that much threat right there. At least until he gets a higher level. Warlock definitely isn't really going to be ganking people anytime soon. And Hooked and Dead, I mean, still hasn't gotten a single lick of experience, so this is going to mean that Moose is going to have an easy time farming on this bottom lane. We'll take a look at how the gold is going so far. Minor experience and, minor gold going either which way. So far, not surprisingly, it is a pretty much completely even team. Kind of interested to see how this Lich is playing. He is going to give some experience to Elder Titan, like, through his sacrifices like that. So you have to really watch out when you sacrifice things as Lich. You don't really want to be giving the enemy extra experience, especially if it's an offline Elder Titan. He's really going to be hurting for that experience. Oh, mid lane, RRJ. I almost missed first blood, but I didn't. That's the important thing. I didn't. Razor has actually found himself a bottle as well. He's going to secure an illusion rune on the bottom side. RRJ sticking around for a little bit too long, however. This could be the death of him if he stays. He does have a couple sets of tangos. That will help, but Plasma Field is level 3 now, I think. Yeah, it is. That'll kill its Death Prophet, but looks like that's not going to happen just yet. Not enough movement speed on this Razor for that to happen right now. So Razor's going to continue farming on this bottom lane. Moose, not surprisingly, leading the CS board with the Creepy Equilibrium not going as well for next level shit as it has been going for the Anti-Mage. Although they're still pretty much neck and neck in that regard. Anti-Mage is going to rush towards his Battle Fury. Hooked and Dead finally getting a couple of points of experience. He'll get to level 3 by this wave, I think. It should be pretty good for him. He needs that extra point Iron Shell. Will help him jungle if he decides to go bail on that lane. But it's on the top lane where there's a little bit of engagement. Rocket Barrage, level 2 now. Going to be used the second time onto Fruity Bat. However, creeps are there, making it very difficult for next level shit to actually secure any damage there, which will allow the Elder Titan to just walk away. Really, both teams just want to get a couple levels, a little bit of farm on their side. Their supports are rather defensive. I mean, Enigma is waiting in the jungle for a little bit, is looking to go for a mech, it looks like. And at that point, you go for a couple pushes with the Death Prophet, but Death Prophet definitely needs a little bit of leveling before that actually happens. So I think the first move is definitely going to be made by the Dire side, getting those Eidolons up on the Enigma, which should be level 4 by the time they actually want to go for a push. Might be a mech as well. So you got mech, you got the Eidolons, you have the Exorcism, and that should be enough to demolish some towers. And really on the other side you have an Anti-Mage. So Anti-Mage is a hero that really doesn't like moving that much, so he's probably going to be super passive. And Hooked and Dead, he might in fact be dead. Where's the Nightmare? There it is, no more Surge for him now, although where's the Anti-Mage? That's the bigger question. Anti-Mage just farming his gold. Hooked and Dead's going to walk on out of here. Easy peasy, no brain sap, no follow-up. And still, we are without a first blood. Although, no, I don't think you could do this. No, you can't. You definitely cannot, although you could try. Man fight mode. No, it's not going to happen. Top lane, Fruity Bat still progressing very well on his levels. Level 6 right now. He is out-leveling the enemy lane. And by far, he's out-leveling Hooked and Dead, who's only level 3 still. But it looks like we might see that push coming right about now. Enigma does have a black hole. If he lands that on the Razor with the Death Prophet ultimate, that would be the death of the Razor, and Razor still doesn't know about it just yet. Coming around is the Enigma. He needs that Malefice stun right now. The movement speed on the Razor, though, way too much. He's going to pop the Eye of the Storm, so I guess the gank did force out the ultimate from the Razor and a teleportation scroll from the Bane, but really not enough. RRJ is going to get hit pretty hard by that last static field, but simple rotation from the Enigma spent pretty much nothing. He spent pretty much nothing in order to do that. And then he got a teleportation scroll and an ultimate pop-off from the Razor. So it's pretty decent by the Enigma. Of course, they would have liked to get the gank, but looks like First Blood is going to have to wait for just a little bit longer. Death Prophet almost at her arc boot, so the spam will continue. And you can see Razor kind of struggling to keep up with that. That Carrion Crypt Swarm does do some pretty decent damage, especially when you're spamming it out on a full tank of mana. Both sides just continuing to farm up now. I really am wondering when the Enigma is going to leave the jungle. I mean, he already kind of has left the jungle, but only a little bit. Once he does leave the jungle, maybe it will be once he gets his mech, level 4 Eidolons. You go for a push in these towers, and the Elder Titan, the Elder Titan will be able to control that somewhat, but the Razor won't really be able to do that. I mean, level 4 static field, plasma field rather, is pretty good, but not good enough to fight off against an Exorcism as well as level 4 Eidolons. That's not going to happen. Looks like instead they're going to go for the Elder Titan first. Is there a call down? Where's the call down? There it is. Fruity Bat slowed down from the Frost as well as that secondary. He's going to get Malefice stunned in the midst of his stomp, and the secondary Rocket Barrage will secure the kill on Fruity Bat, who is going to give the first blood, and I did not miss it. Congratulations to me. Unfortunately, there are no Eidolons here, so they can't actually push this tower very effectively, although here they come just to die. They're going to continue this push. The Eidolons, though, not going to last very long. Kind of a mistake there. You really need to wait for... Okay, you really have to wait for the creep wave to come in. Alright, there we go. Okay. Everything's fixed. We're good. Good. You have to wait for your own creep wave to come in if you want to do that, because the Eidolons will not be able to tank a tower for very long, especially when there's only 3 of them. Maybe when there's 6, but not when there's 3. Regardless, it is First Blood going against the Elder Titan, who has been getting some pretty good levels, so that means his death is worth that much more to the Dire side. And RJ still leveling up, opting for a point in silence, which isn't a bad skill at all to pick up. And, wow, Psycho might be in a little bit of trouble. No, RJ not going to pursue that out. He does have his Exorcism, although with only 2 points in Witchcraft, he's kind of holding on to that, being a little bit cautious with that spell before he's actually going to fully engage and push. Elder Titan with the backup of Bane as well as Razor. Unknowns to them, they are completely spotted out, however, and this could turn out to a case where the gankers are going to get turned into the ganked, because Fruity Bat is going to see RRJ move in. Unfortunately for him, RRJ does not have any tools to actually stop this Fruity Bat from stomping, and there we go. There's the exorcism being popped off. Some good damage on Fruity Bat. Call down as well. Will the missile hit? It will not hit. Completely whiffed, although it was fairly close, and Fruity Bat will slip out of there just barely. Exorcism has been popped, so they're going to be forced to go for this tower push. And they will put a little bit of damage onto it. With the Eidolons, they may be able to take it as well. Especially with no mana on the Elder Titan, this could be a heavily damaged tower. It's not going to be brought down, but it will certainly take some damage. But unfortunately for the Death Prophet, first usage of that Exorcism proving to be of absolutely no use. The tower will sustain heavy damage, however, so I guess they will get some value out of that push, forcing out the fortification as well. Siege Creep reviving just in time. So this tower might actually fall yet. They'll have a couple of Eidolons soon enough. No Fiend's Grip yet on the Bane. Fruity Bat still does have his Astral. That's not going to happen. So tower getting brought down to 369 HP. Not bad for a gank turn into a push. It could be a lot worse. But unfortunately for the Dire team, they do have to worry about a Chaotic Offering on that Warlock. Bottom lane looks like there's a little bit of a skirmish. The Darkseer, though, finally getting a couple points of experience. Definitely still far behind that Elder Titan, a level 8 versus a level 5 on that Darkseer. So he is still struggling in a big way, and just because it is a 1v1 on that bottom lane doesn't make it any easier. Anti-Mage is pretty brutal to fight up against, especially when he has that Ring of Health.
But just continue doing whatever it was you were doing.
Bot lane continuing to get applied pressure. The Eidolons are there, and Exorcism, is it there? It will be there. I don't think it's necessary. Yeah, I think they could just right-click this down. Although, maybe not. Maybe they will need it. There's the Stomp, catching only next level shit. Earth Splitter as well as the Warlock going next level shit, taking a huge amount of damage. But there's the call down. Where's the Black Hole? Black Hole is going to catch two. No way to disrupt that there. Both going to take both missiles to the face. Now Psycho gonna get hit with the Malefic stun. Carrion Storm, Crypt Storm rather, to finish that off. And the tower does go down as well. Here comes the Warlock Golem trying to get some revenge for his fallen master. That's not going to happen at all. He's going to drop, and in the end, Ogre Power take a 4-1 lead in that fight. That is the team fight that I'm talking about. Call down, Black Hole, Exorcism, Chain Frost. Was that used? Yes, it was as well. That was in the mix. And despite the fact that there was some pretty good initiation from FVFS, catching one with the Stomp isn't ideal, obviously. But getting that angle on the Earth Splitter as well as the Warlock Golem at the same time, that's a lot of damage. However, once that damage actually does come out, that means there's no way for them to disrupt the Black Hole of Heavy Duty Burrito. And catching two on the Black Hole is pretty much going to seal the deal, especially this early on in the game. So, as predicted, Ogre Power is the first team to actually strike a heavy blow to the other. 30 seconds before Death Prophet's ultimate is up again, and it's going to be an Oblivion Staff. Is that an Orchid on Death Prophet? I hope it's not a refresher. I don't think that works. I'm pretty sure when you refresh Exorcism, it like resets the first one. Like, it'll recall all your spirits, and then a new wave will be sent out, which I guess is a good way to heal yourself, but I would rather not spend like 7 or 5,000 gold on a healing item. Doesn't seem like a good investment to me. No, it is 7,000. 18, 21, 4, yeah, 6,000 gold on a healing item. Not too good. You get mech instead if you want that. But the Exorcism is up again, and they're going to keep applying that pressure. Creep Wave gets pulled, but the damage onto this tower will be intense. They need something to tank, however, and here comes the Enigma. A little bit too late to the party, which will force a lot of time out of this Exorcism. King Banana wants to get a Nightmare off, but he's still only level 4. This Bane not really getting much. Here come the Eidolons as well as the next Creep Wave. So this tower might be in a little trouble, although there's the Astral as well as the Stomp going to catch RRJ. He will continue to still do damage through this, and he will get woken up as well. The Earth Splitter is going to catch the level shit, and he will drop the call onto 3. RRJ barely is going to die in the end. He almost slipped out of there, but it is a 1 for 2. Black Hole not even being used. Eidolons unfortunately not up, so they do defend their tower, but at the cost of a Razor as well as an Elder Titan. But in the meantime, Moose finding a kill in the bottom lane. Darkseer flirting with death for just a little bit too long, ended up dropping to a Mana Void, yes. And now Anti-Mage with the 14-minute Battle Fury will start farming up an Absolute Storm. He will have to, however, worry about the inevitable pushing that's going to come to his lane. Because you can see that the Ogre Powered side, although that they did get forced back in that last team fight, they did still get a little bit of damage onto the tower. They brought it all the way down to less than half HP. and they picked up 2 kills. So that wasn't an ideal fight for them, but it still went pretty damn well for them. And that was without a black hole, mind you. In 15 seconds, they could do that again by the time Death Prophet gets back to the lane. And once that happens, FVFS, they're going to have to continuously have these team fights. They will have the Chaotic Offering. They, hopefully for them, will have a Fiend's Grip by that time as well. But RRJ, still in the spot lane, now has as powerful of a level 1 ultimate as he possibly can. He's going to go hunting for Anti-Mage, who's going to be forced to blink away. That was awfully close. But they're still on the hunt. They want something. They're not going to find anyone, though. They could go for this bottom lane tower. There's nothing to draw the creep aggro. They could burst the creeps down very quickly. But I think it'll probably be in Death Prophet's best interest to wait until level 11. He's very close to that mark. Once he gets that, there we go. More spirits. 3 times the spirits. Or not 3 times, because you get more from this. A couple more times spirits. But Hooked and Dead has actually gotten himself a good amount of farm. Level 7 is up on him versus level 9 for Elder Titan. So he's recovered pretty well considering the amount of pressure that he was under in the early stage. And I think it would be in the Dire's best interest to just keep applying this pressure. They have the Exorcism. They have the Eidolons. They should always have that. They have the Black Hole as well. They will have to worry about the Chaotic Offering, which is a spell that you definitely have to play against. But applying the pressure with the Death Prophet while she's still powerful is probably in their best interest. And it looks like they're going to be doing that right now. Unfortunately for them, the Enigma is still off jungling. Heavy Duty Burrito, your team needs you. Come on. Or else this guy's going to use Plasma Field, draw the creep aggro, and then your push has pretty much been stymied. And then you have the exact same situation. Although this time with the amount of spirits, I think they'll be okay with tanking this, or at least for a little bit. Fortification gets popped off, and where are the Eidolons? They are nowhere to be found, but it doesn't matter because the tower is going to get claimed by the Lich of all people. So there's a tower. It is a 1-for-1 trade. Chaotic Offering being dropped in the bottom lane. Where's the Mana Void on Hooked and Dead? There it is. Pop goes the Darkseer. Moose is going to try to run his way out. He's going to run straight into next level shit. Where's the Rock Barrage? There it is. Not enough damage, though. The missile is going to fly. It is going to hit the Anti-Mage. I don't think he has any way of avoiding it. But in the meantime, RRJ can get fully healed from this mid-team fight. He's going to get kill onto the Razor, but he's going to take a lot of damage from Fruity Bat. Where is the Lich? He is over here killing off Psycho. Oh, there it is. Okay, Psycho's dead. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. In the end, Darkseer's the only one to go down, and Ogre Power to extend their lead even more through those kills. That was a very aggressive dive from the Anti-Mage as well as that Warlock, diving all the way to the tier 2 to get that kill, and they did get it, but they're slowly they're slowly slipping away from this game. They're still not out of it because Anti-Mage battle with the Battle Fury is never quite out of a game, ever. But gotta hand it to Ogre Power. They know the power of their team. They know that they are strongest when they're pushing and when they have the Death Prophet ultimate up. And they're making that happen. They almost have an Orca now on the Death Prophet, which will be a fantastic tool against an Anti-Mage, deny his blinking. But I think most importantly, it's going to be an effective tool against the Warlock. If you could slam that silence onto the Warlock, no Chaotic Offering, you're fine. Just kill him. Easy peasy. But they know their timings, and they're going to go for yet another push. Exorcism is up again. I don't even think they need it for this one. They can just right-click this tower down and even go for a tier 2. They will lose a tier 1 in exchange. The Radiant team looking to make a 1-for-1 trade, and this tower is substantially weakened, but I don't think the Radiant team can outpush an Exorcism. I don't think they can. And by that, I mean they definitely can't. Here comes the Exorcism from RRJ. Here comes some more Eidolons from Enigma. And, well, they're trying. All credit to them for trying, but Exorcism is a pretty damn good spell. There goes the tower, and Fortification slowing them down, the Radiant, that is. Secondary tower going down, and, well, the Exorcism only half done. Breach the high ground, put some pressure on this tier 3, why not? Death Prophet will get fully healed from this, pretty much, so, or she will get fully healed from this, and the tier 3, you get ground down. Tell me there's teleportation scrolls. There's a couple, but Anti-Mage still farming. Tier 3 is going to go down. Vacuum going to pull back the Razor. Tower, though, is going to be claimed. Eidolons, where are they? They need to be spawned right now because the Raxes are in danger. 19 minutes, the base has been breached, and where's the defenses? Elder Titan does not have a teleportation scroll, does not have the man. He wants to get a tower, but his Raxes are in trouble. His Raxes are down. What is going on? Anti-Mage, where are you? Elder Titan, where are you? Your team needs you right now because the Raxes have gone down. Fiend's Grip is there. Banana Potassium, though, getting forced back by illusions. He might even die to the Razor illusion or his own illusion. Everyone taking some good heavy damage from that cast from the Razor, but the Warlock Golem gets dropped, and that's going to force everyone back. Surge on Heavy Duty Burrito, though. Do they want to turn this around? There is still a mech in 2 seconds, 1 second. He could turn around and mech for this one. There he goes. He's going to mech. Unfortunately, canceled immediately by death from the Warlock Golem Immolation. Chain Frost is going to be thrown as well. How much damage is it going to do? It's going to go all the way up to Moose, back down to Fruity Bat, and then it's going to be canceled off. Now Hooked and Dead might be in a little bit of trouble as well. He does have a surge in 5 seconds. He does have some pretty high regeneration as well. So I think he should be able to make it out of here. But the damage has been done. 20 minutes for Raxes. That is incredibly quick for Raxes. And the worst part of it is for FVFS is that Ogre Power didn't exactly suicide onto those Raxes. They were in control the entire time. And you know what? They could go again. They could go again immediately. That is the terrifying thing for them. I mean, fantastic. You got 1 tower in the top lane, you got 2 in the mid lane, but you lost Raxes 20 minutes in. They're going to try to take this tower down in the bottom lane, and they will probably not be successful because their creep wave is all the way back here. They're going to tank it. Yeah, just go for it, guys. Why not? Okay, tower's been claimed, but now they have to deal with these mega melee creeps. And that means that not only is there going to be a lot of lane pressure there, that means Moose is going to receive reduced bounty from all these creeps, which is going to be absolutely terrible for him. He wants as much gold as he can, and if he doesn't have that gold, oh, there's a silence as well. Can they chain lock him? They need a vacuum to pull him back. They need a vacuum soon. Where's the vacuum? They're not casting the vacuum. He's going to get unsilenced, and he's going to blink out of there. Yeah, they're going to let the anti-mage walk away. I don't think they had enough to kill him anyway, so. But they're on the bot lane, and might as well go for another push. Secure the easy set of Raxes, which range Raxes have less armor now than the melee. So you have a difference of 5 armor, 300 HP. You go in for that one, or you could just slide up to the mid lane and use Exorcism constantly, which is exactly what Ogre Powered's lineup is designed to do. That's pretty much what you have to do every time you pick up the Death Prophet. You want your Exorcism to equal a tower, at least a tower. If you could equal a tower, and then another tower, and then melee Rax, that's some value right there. So that I would recommend doing that. But it looks like that is what they're going to do. They're going to go for the easy set of Raxes because why not? It's not much of an investment. It will put more pressure to the lane. No, they're not going to do that. They're going to go towards the mid lane where they see a very, very tasty target in the Anti-Mage, who has gone for Vlad's. Will help his bottom lane push out just a little bit. But, yeah, I think there's a Blink Malefice stun in the Anti-Mage's future. No, there's not. Gyrocopter, in the meantime, pushing out the top lane, might be able to secure a tower all by himself. So it's going to be a 2-lane push. Why not? Gyrocopter doesn't add that much aside from another teamfight ultimate. But I think there's more than enough teamfight ultimate over here. Oh, wait, they caught the Anti-Mage. They're going to get a Malefice stun on him. Not a huge deal just yet. There's a Stomp. Going to catch Hooked and Dead. Is there any follow-up? Earth Splitter is going to be used. Hooked and Dead going to get a vacuum off. However, he will dodge that Earth Splitter. Will he drop the wall? He has to drop it right now. He's going to surge himself out. Where's the Mana Void? Silently preventing that from happening. Nightmare onto RRJ. In the meantime, there's a huge Warlock ult. No, it's not huge at all. It only catches Gyrocopter. Now the Chain Frost is going to get thrown. It will bounce right back into the fight. It will do a lot of damage from Moose, who's now currently silenced. The Exorcism Spirits are physical damage, which means your magic immunity won't count for anything. So 1-for-1, both hard carries going down. Hooked and Dead still on the run. He will get saved by a Malefice. RRJ does still have that Exorcism active, and he will go straight into the fight. Might be biting off a little bit more than he could chew. He can do a lot of damage, though, to Fruity Bat. Another Carrion Storm will kill off him, and it will do heavy damage to everyone else as well. Razor trying to get the kill on Death Prophet, will secure that kill. Vacuum back, though, onto Psycho. Is there another Frost Blast? There is. That will kill off the Warlock, and in the end, it's a 4-for-2 trade. The Gyrocopter not even getting his ultimate off in that engagement, and now the tier 2 on the middle lane, that is next to fall. They do still have the Eidolons, they don't have the Exorcism, but you know, the Exorcism did work. Carrion Storm spam as well, that'll push the lane pretty well. And all the while, Black Hole was up, so a little bit of an error by FVFS using that Warlock Rock onto only the Gyrocopter. I mean, Gyrocopter is dangerous, but he's not that dangerous. And, well, there goes the tier 2 tower. 15 seconds, or rather 30 seconds, and Death Prophet will be right back into this, and they can go for this top tier 2 tower, or they can even go for Roshan. Spending an Exorcism to get this Roshan isn't the worst. Put down the Gyrocopter, who will be guaranteed to survive, at least for a little while. And as of right now, Ogre Powered have complete and utter control of this game. Despite the gold advantage, experience advantage not really showing a huge crushing lead, yeah, they have the lead. Mostly because they have the pace of this game. Everything that happens in this game, every single push, every single team fight, that is happening on Ogre Powered's terms. They decide when, where, and how they're going to fight. And that isn't really quantifiable within the gold experience charts or anything like that. The Roshan, though, is incredibly slow if they don't use Exorcism, so this could be a chance for FVFS to catch them off guard. They do not have a Warlock Golem, however, they are very, very close, actually, to an Aghanims on that Warlock, which will be very difficult for the Ogre Power team to deal with. Hooked and dead. Taking a good amount of damage from this. I think you should probably let someone else tank, bro. I would recommend doing that, yeah. So the Roshan is going to drop with no contest from FVFS, and it's going to be Gyrocopter, yes, picking up that item. And now we have the pings. Gyrocopter's calling it out. He wants blood on the top lane, and it's going to be in the form of this tier 2 tower. So they're slowly going to start the steamroll towards that direction. Maybe just settle for mid. Why not go for the Raxes? Because probably top lane's a little bit easier. Regen rune as well. Wow, Darkseer's regen, he's all the way up to full HP. Holy crap, 26 regen. New Tranquil Boots, that's some pretty good regen. Full mana as well. All the teamfight ultimates for both teams, I believe, should be up. Only level 1 on the Darkseer. Darkseer's kind of hurting for levels, so understandable. But yeah, all the teamfight ultimates on both ends are up. And at that point, it just becomes who can get better initiation, who can get more value out of their ultimates. And so far, the answer has been Ogre powered, because they have a Blink Dagger on the Enigma, so initiation is pretty easy. And they've generally been using their ultimates to get more heroes than the other side. So FVFS should struggle a little bit in this team fight. Anti-Mage does have a BKB, but really, will that help him against the Black Hole? It will not, because you can't do anything in the Black Hole. It won't help him against the Exorcism either, because all the damage is physical. So BKB or not, you're going to be taking a lot of damage from those ghosts. Please don't. They're going to go for top tier 2 tower. Very easy push. Not yet using that Exorcism. They don't really need to yet. They're kind of waiting for a specific skill to be... they're kind of waiting for a little bit of initiation. There we go. There's the call down. Going to catch Moose. But though it's next level shit who's going to have his Aegis burn very, very quickly. There he goes. RRJ going to use the Exorcism. Now Moose is in a huge amount of trouble. Does not have a blink. The Warlock Golem does get dropped. He's going to drop. No, it's not. RRJ is going to slip away. And there's the Black Hole onto 2. That's going to secure this team fight for the Dire side. Lich still alive somehow with no HP. How did he get out of that? I don't know. But it is a dead everyone on the Radiant side. Sorry about that, a little bit of confusion earlier. Had some things going on in the room, so that will be the death of this tier 2 top lane tower, and all the ultimates have been used. However, well, you can see the cooldowns kind of in favor of the Dire at this point. Gyrocopter almost has his ultimate again. Wall wasn't even used, and that will soon be a level 11 Darkseer. And in a minute, Death Prophet will be able to keep on going. In the meantime, bottom lane, range Raxes have been taken, so if someone from the Dire has to deal with that, I think it's got to be Bane, because really there's no one else alive, so it has to be Bane, like, by definition. Top lane tower slowly getting worked down. This push strat is pretty damn impressive. I would have loved to see a couple of Necro Books, however. Instead of this Orchid, just go, like, Necro Book Death Prophet. That would have been sick. They are going to get forced back. The tower will stay alive, at least for the moment. But it's only a matter of time now. They need to heal, which is going to be a little bit difficult for the Gyrocopter to do, but Lich might have a little bit of an easier time due to Tranquil Boots. Yeah, they're just going to all go back to the base. Aegis has been used in that last fight. So heal into push again. Why not? Scythe of Vise now complete on Death Prophet with the level 3 Exorcism. The pacing of this Ogre powered team is pretty much perfect. They know exactly what they're doing, exactly when they're supposed to. And FVFS, they just have to like try to turtle it out and try to get Moose more and more farm. I mean, BKB is great and everything, but he just needs raw HP now. He needs everything. He needs HP, he needs more damage. He needs like armor to deal with these Exorcism spirits, which is pretty much the best way to deal with them. I guess armor and health. Yeah, BKB is not going to help. Like all these items, they don't help against Exorcism. Although Anti-Mage is inherently a high armor hero. Really, you're going to smoke gank. That's an interesting choice, considering you can just walk right in and kill them. But there we go. They want someone, and they see their target. It is Moose, who does have the backup of the Warlock once again. So Moose, can he get out of here this time? It will probably be a Blink Malefice, and then Silence, and then right clicks. They're going to go the long way around, however. And Moose, oh, you don't want to go up there. You don't want to go up there. There's the Silence, there's the Malefice, and there's the damage. Instantly, the BKB is there, however. However, they forced out a 9-second BKB charge. There's a Stomp, going to catch 3. Where's the Earth Splitter? Is there an Earth Splitter? No, he's going to save it for the next team fight. They force out a huge BKB charge from the Anti-Mage, and that's a minute where they will not have to worry about a Magic Immune Anti-Mage. Unfortunately for them, the creep wave is very, very far away from that lane, and, well, both mid and top are pushed out very well for the Radiant, so there's no good push opportunity for the Dire. They can't capitalize on the fact that there is no available BKB on the Anti-Mage. However, they will take that opportunity to secure a little bit more map control. Looks like Roshan is going to respawn in 3 minutes. Can anyone read this? I don't. Oh, wait, no, that's the minimum time, right? So 1, 2, 3 minutes, and then whatever's in the middle for, like, plus or minus, I think. Unless this just means it's 8 minutes flat. I don't know. Stupid 6.79 Roshan timers. So what do they want to do? I think top lane will definitely be a lot easier. And top lane is probably more valuable. Splitting the enemy team between bottom lane and top lane is definitely a lot more devastating than mid lane and bot lane. Just having a lot more room to cover between these two lanes. Like, they'll have to go all the way over here, and then if they want to go back to the team fight, it's all the way over here, instead of just, you know, over here. That is some beautiful art, by the way. I am the next everyone who's famous in the art community for modern art. I can't name anyone because it's a joke to me, but whatever. Darkseer, not yet level 11, so the wall will not be as powerful as he would really like. However, it's really all about that exorcism and all about this Death Prophet staying alive. The FVFS team definitely does have enough to lock down this Death Prophet with the Warlock ultimate, with the Fiend script, and then burst her down. Once that happens, the largest amount of damage that is coming out of the Ogre powered side is gone. However, if they could actually manage to do that, that's a different question, because that Frost Armor is also making things very difficult. There's a vacuum as well as a wall, not going to hit onto too much, but the Stomp catches 3. Hooked and Dead is going to get out of there, but there's a 4-man with that Warlock Golem. RRJ still in the back, though, still casting as much as he can. Heavy Duty Burrito is BKB'd. However, he is blocked from something. I don't know what. He couldn't cast his Black Hole. Chain Frost still bouncing through. Might kill off Fruity Bat. It will kill off Fruity Bat. And most importantly, however, RRJ does still have his ultimate up. He's going to annihilate Psycho, and he's going to go to work on these Raxes. The Exorcism is almost timed out, however. This will heal him up fully. However, the push is going to be slowly stopped because of this fact. But with 2 down on the FVFS side, I don't see much that they can actually do to get this done. There's silence onto Moose. He does not have a BKB. He's going to get brought down very quickly. King Banana is going to get brought down as well. It's 8-21, and this is the second set of Raxes. GG is the call from Razor. Looks like FVFS have had enough of this game, and I gotta hand it to Ogre Powered. Their lineup has been brilliantly crafted. Like, there you go, nice combo. Going for a huge amount of team fight, huge amount of pushing, therefore forcing team fights is pretty cool. I would have really liked to see some Necrobooks, because Necrobook is awesome, but that's gonna be it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll be moving on to the finals, I believe, in just a minute, so stay tuned. GG.